My husband Justin has been a paramedic and in EMS for over 10 years, and if there's one thing that people don't talk about enough, it's the mental health toll of being the person who shows up on everyone's worst day. Every single call is someone's nightmare, and he's expected to go from call to call to call, acting like it's normal, acting like what he saw was okay, acting like it didn't follow him home. But the truth is, first responders don't get to shut it off. They're supposed to eat dinner with their families an hour later like they didn't just hold someone's hand while they took their last breath. And that's why so many first responders end up with vices to numb what they go through and see every single day, because the human brain is not meant to see, hear, and smell what they experience every single day. When Justin and I met, we were both at our rock bottom, working constant overtime, trading sleep for shifts, living on adrenaline and burnout. And because we were first responders, our trauma didn't, quote, count. You signed up for it, right? So deal with it. So we did what everyone around us did. We went to parties with other first responders. We all said, we're not going to talk about work tonight. And then 5 drinks later, that's all anyone talked about. It was our only coping skill. And then in 2018, I went into diabetic ketoacidosis, and my doctor says, if you don't change, you will die. And that was my wake-up call. So I quit drinking completely. I started eating clean, working out, and running became my new vice, the healthy kind. And Justin watched me rebuild myself piece by piece, and he said, I need to change too. Because in our rural areas, sometimes he has to hike 10 miles just to reach a patient. And one day, on one of those calls, he thought he was having a heart attack. He said, who's going to help the patient if I go down? That scared him more than anything he'd ever seen on a shift. So he started trying to work out, but lifting hurt his knees, nothing felt right. Until one day, when I was running, he said, you know what? Let me try that. He ran once, and much like Forrest Gump, he just didn't stop. He fell in love with it, and for the first time in a long time, he felt like he could breathe. And while he was building himself back up, my body began to fall apart. Multiple brain surgeries, chronic illnesses, dystonia, disability, one thing after another. Things like that happen to some people once in a lifetime, and somehow it's every other month for us. And still, Justin showed up. He works 40 plus hours a week, on call 24/7, 365. He takes care of me, he takes care of our dogs, and there are days that I can't shower, I can't cook, I can't even use the bathroom alone, and he just gives and gives and gives. Running became his outlet, the place where he could release everything EMS put on his shoulders. He ran a marathon, and then he ran the Broken Brain Backyard Ultra Marathon in Craig, Colorado, twice. And he's training to do it again in 2026, but this time he wants to go farther, and he wants to go until he can't go anymore. So I'm building this page for him, because he deserves a community that cheers for him the way he cheers for everybody else. A place that sees him not just the paramedic, not just the caretaker, but the man who rebuilt himself from over 300 pounds to about 180, who runs for his mental health, who refuses to quit. By the time the next Backyard Ultra comes, I hope I can hand him this channel and say, look at what you built, look at who you became. And I hope he gets to tell you all that he finished it, that he pushed past every limit, and that he surprised himself. So if you're here, thank you for supporting him. Thank you for being part of something that means more than you know. This is Justin's story, and this is his comeback, and this is just the beginning. And if you know him in real life, please do not tell him about this page.